Parts of Yara and Far Cry 6 really force you to play in a certain way. And I have spent the last couple days exploring Esperanza and really trying to figure out why it just feels so weird to me. Compared to every other place on the map, even locations that are meant to be played through, like cleared out like an outpost or a checkpoint, there is something really linear about the way that you're quartered off in Esperanza, especially as you get closer to the heart of the city. There are a few hideouts stationed around the outside of the urban center. There's an outpost on the docks, and there's an outpost on a fort outside of the city that is right after you pass through a checkpoint. So when you enter Esperanza, it feels like the open world. But getting into the city, you start to realize that there's only a few select paths you can take to get to each of the points of interest. So the hotel is one of the first missions that you enter into and that you start engaging with Esperanza in, and that one is the clearest path. You know, you can take regular old roads to get there, go through a couple doors and fences, and you're there. This linear path makes the game feel like you've come to a climax or you've entered into like the highest point of the game, but this first level only happens at the end of what for most people will be the first story arc of Yara. But then later on, we get to explore even more of Esperanza through these Libertad pathways, which take us to another building that is cloistered off and kind of strictly assigned to this part of the story. These are two pathways throughout the city that kind of cut the city into thirds, and they are intrinsically linked to the story. So for Far Cry 6, I kind of view Esperanza and the urban centers in Yara as a story tool, as a gameplay tool for Ubisoft and Far Cry to create a linear narrative-based mission within this open world where most other engagements you're going to have in Far Cry 6 are going to allow you to take multiple points of entry. They're going to allow you to try different tactics when engaging with the AI. Whereas in Esperanza, there are a few things you have to do to make a smooth transition through the city. And this may be dismantling alarms. This may be fighting Castillo's special forces. This might be finding Libertad chests under the city in the tunnels. There's a lot that you can do, but they all happen along these 3 or 4 paths through the city. These were just some of my thoughts while engaging with Esperanza. I wanted to spend some time playing there. I started playing in Esperanza the other day because I thought maybe it would have more interesting fights, or it would be something I could fill my time with exploring. There is a lot to be discovered, but I think my time is better spent elsewhere on the map. Yara is huge, and the urban centers seem to be mostly a tool for story development. I really like the almost Overwatch-esque map design where you can enter in from multiple levels and cut through certain portions of the map to get to your target goal. But I think I will leave these for the weekly insurgencies that happen after you beat the main mission. I'd like to hear your thoughts about Esperanza and maybe its role in your exploration of Yara. I am going to be making more videos about some of the community challenges and some other builds I've used. So if you're interested in keeping up with the content, subscribe, and I will see you soon.
Citizens of Esperanza, if you receive an order from a member of the FND, you must comply or face summary prosecution. Médicos y profesionales en el país para confirmar su estado de verdadero Yara.
Dog.